This is the solar robot kit with 6 solar powered toys. We have the box right here. I have removed the different parts, all the plastic parts. We have the engine or the gearbox right there, and we have the small little solar module right there. Additional wires, the base, and all the other parts. This is a lovely idea to use as a project for students, to enthuse students, to get them involved and excited. It's always great to introduce a project like this, let them explore individually or in different groups, and then extend it. We have 6 different projects here. You could ask them to add an additional 2 possibilities or projects of this kit. That would challenge them and in a collaborative fashion come up with some new ideas. Let's have a quick look at the model. I have the gearbox right there. It's very simple. A little propeller, a small little electrical engine or motor rather in there, and you attach the wires to it. We have the module, very simple. Just a small little solar module and the different parts. I'm just going to turn this over. That's a picture of the robot. So yeah, the possibilities, as I've said: a solar car, solar puppy, windmill, gearbox, revolving plane, solar airboat, and a land shed. It's for students of 10 years of age and older. Let's have a quick look at the solar airboat. So I've got the base already inserted, those 2 plastic components, that part and this little arm here. So this pops right in like so. There you are. And the engine just mounts with the propeller facing backwards. Probably also work facing forward. No, it won't. It must be at the back like so, and attach the 2 wires, and of course there you have the lovely boat. Something else a teacher could consider is to give students in a group or individually, they could collaborate and come up with new ideas. So one idea, for instance, is this is a 6 component or 6 project, 6-in-1 project. Come up with an additional 2 projects for this toy. Sketch it, design it, and model it on SketchUp. In other words, on a computer program. Just create an additional 2 projects for the 6-in-1, so it will become an 8-in-1 project. This is an example of an additional project that could be added to the 6-in-1 solar robot kit. What we have is a sustainable building with a large glass curtain or window, a butterfly shaped roof, that's the entrance, and the components which we've discussed just now: the solar module, which harvests energy from the sun and would transfer this to the batteries which sits inside here. We have the electric motor with its propeller, with electric cables that runs to the batteries. We have LED lights, or a strip light, which sits here at the bottom inside the building, and an electronic unit. I haven't showed any details, but the idea is just to show the possibilities. This is just a concept. So from electronic perspective, we could have these LEDs flashing, we could have them in different colors, and we could also add an additional electronic device or include it to that, a timer, so the lights could go on at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and switch off at 10 o'clock at night. So students can experiment with this idea. So the objective is to get students to use their knowledge on solar or photovoltaic panels, a dynamo or electric motor harvesting energy from the wind, batteries, and the idea would be to work with a voltmeter just to check how many volts and the current that runs from the solar module and the dynamo to the batteries. We can also test and see the amount of power required for the LED lights, and as well as playing with the electronic device, just experimenting and see what's possible. So this is a real, in simple terms, just a concept idea which students could experiment with. It could be built in a woodwork room or a arts and crafts room with hot glue guns and cardboard or Corex or wood or balsa wood, whatever. There's just so many possibilities or media that could be used. But the idea is to challenge students to take their knowledge of solar power and wind power, electricity, and sustainable architecture, and in the context of passive solar, sustainable architecture, come up with an idea with the components which they have and the toy they've played with, the solar robot kit. Use that information, that experience, to come up with a solution to a sustainable architectural building in a solar context.